If you're new here, I'm the Classic Farmer, and this week the case here is getting the front axle seals fixed because it's leaking more oil than America. The Orbital unit is getting fixed on it because it is leaking so much oil. I'm absolutely worried I'm going to get invaded by America. And we're sorting out a cattle crush because we had a surprise visit from the vet and we'd absolutely nothing ready for them. So the oldest cattle crush in the yard is getting cleaned out and ready for action. Okay then, these front axle seals really need done because I don't know if you can tell by the wheel in there. You probably tell better by this wheel. There's just a little tiny bit of oil leaking out. Teeny tiny bit. Perfectly fine, could have done another 10 years, but we're going to change them now anyway. So this wheel off, to get this out, we're going to do 4-bolt stop, 4 bolts at the bottom, pull those 2 pins. Once the ball joint for the steering is off, the whole thing slides that way. That lets us do this seal, and then we pull the shaft that way out of the planetary gears, and that lets us do that seal. Time to get that done. Right, so we need to get this dash apart to get the steering orbital out. As far as I know, just lift the front panel, pull off the steering wheel, and then 4 screws either side should lift the dash up. Once that's done, we should be able to get the orbital out and start trying to follow where these leaks in the floor are coming from. We've took the orbital unit apart. This bit here that goes up to the steering wheel was absolutely full to the neck with oil. As far as I know, there shouldn't be any oil in that. So the oil was leaking out sort of around all the seams here. I'm guessing this seal has gone. And the problem I have is I need someone now to rebuild this orbital unit. And I can't find anybody. So if anyone knows someone in Ulster that rebuilds orbital units, let me know, because I really need to get in touch with them. This has to be got back in the road really quick, because it's starting to get near ploughing time and I have to get the plough hooked on. So after trying every supplier I could think on for a seal kit for the orbital unit of the case here, I couldn't find anywhere that had a delivery time quicker than 10 to 14 days. So that's no good. By the time I would get the seals, get someone to put them in, because let's face it, I'm not going to try timing the orbital unit myself first go. It was going to be 2 to 3 weeks before I would have the tractor back, and that's just no good. So ordered a new orbital unit from MDE. It was here the next day, so you can't really complain about that. And the difference in price was probably about £120 by the time it was here delivered and all in. So it's not that much more expensive than the seals alone, and at least I have a fully working unit now that should last a good while. Right then, new orbital unit is in. That is all nicely done up. It's time to get the dash back in, and we'll go from there then. Hopefully that is everything sorted that was leaking, and we can get rid of these puddles of oil on the floor. Now the axle seals are all fixed and the orbital's fixed. I had to give the case its little finishing touches. It's got its whippy aerial on. Oh, I've actually managed to put the sticker here back in the dash. So this sticker, the glue had come away on it and it had peeled off, and I had put it away safe for a couple of years there, but got it all cleaned off, got a new layer of adhesive on it and got it back on, so now all the lights work, and we've got the CB fitted in here. So we're getting there. That's another tractor nearly ready to rock and roll. So some of you were wondering what happened last week. No video. Where did I disappear to? Well, I was engaged in the black magic that's known as trying to lease some land. That's not easy done. So, you know, you go, you look, you try and not let anybody know who you're talking to about land, because if word gets out, there'll be 10 other people. What am I saying, 10? There'll be 100 other people trying to come in and offer more money and lease it off you, and you know, there'll be stories flying about this and that. So yeah, leasing land's fun. I'm still trying to lease a bit. We'll see if the deal goes through or not. Who knows? We'll give it a go. And I was looking for ground for ploughing as well, trying to sort some of that out for land for oats. It's a little bit easier got than long-term leases, but that's what last week was taken up by. And the other main thing last week was dealing with paperwork. So I'm trying to sort the herd number out to get one of my own name, and that's fun to say the least. So there was a lot of meeting with advisors and paperwork last week, and just by the time the week got past, I had no time to make a video. But anyway, we're back on schedule this week, and hopefully that's the brunt of the paperwork done, so we'll be able to keep sailing on and start getting ready for the inspection that we'll need for the hair dryer. That'll be the next big thing. It's all good fun deciding you're going to keep livestock again, until you realise that you might just need a crush. And said crush hasn't been used in the better part of 20 years. So now you're up to your neck in brambles, ivy and whatever else is on the ground, trying to clean it out, just to give yourself something to do for the day, because apparently you enjoy punishment. So I got word that the vet's coming tomorrow and I need the crush. This is the way the crush is, and it's just about to get dark. So let's see if we can get a headlock gate onto this and get it cleaned up enough that the vet can use it tomorrow. And the headlock gate for the crush is still right here. So we need to get that headlock gate down onto the crush that's down the yard. I was too tired last night and under too much pressure to video any of this, but look, it's done now. We have a headlock gate. What we done for a nice simple job, I had these little brackets sitting about that I cut off the gate that we put in the calf crush, or not the calf crush, the walkway up to the calf pen where the calves are. Welded them on. They fit the old hinges off the old gate, and then I've just welded a couple of spacers in here, and I'm gonna chain that onto there. That should hold the gate closed, and it'll do for now. There's never going to be any big bullocks or anything in this. It's only ever going to be used for animals sort of a year old or less, so that'll fit the bill, and that should do for the vet. So if you liked the video, don't forget to like the video, and as always, I'm happy to chat to you down in the comments. Anyone wants to have a chat about what you've been up to during the week or anything that's going on, hit me up down there. If you're not subscribed and you want to follow along everything that's happening, hit the subscribe button. There should hopefully be videos going out once a week now on a Sunday, if all goes well and everything goes according to plan. Everything from machinery restoration to what's going on the farm, and everything involved with starting up a farm from well, almost scratch. Let's be honest, I've got a little bit here, but I'm pretty much starting from scratch. So that's what's coming up on the channel, and I'll catch you all next week.